Hi guys, it's Dawn. Dawn, Ohio Sunny Gardener. How are you today? It is about ready to sprinkle, and well, actually, it is, and the camera's not waterproof. So I have some exciting news. The greenhouse that I was going to show you that we were going to get finished putting together, we got it put together. So we are going to do a quick tour of the greenhouse, and then I'm going to head inside. So just some little odds and ends boxes we're just finishing up some stuff, but we've got a platform. We are actually building bigger. It's gonna kind of be somewhere like a sitting area, so it's definitely gonna be bigger than the greenhouse. I have got a little vent window, which is so cute. I got my shelves put in here. And I have got the cabbage, the broccoli, and the celery, and the Brussels sprouts, and some onions that are out here that can take some cold weather. I'm just experimenting. I've never actually had them out here without heat. Last year my old greenhouse had heat, and this one will as well. In the next couple days it looks like it's going to dip down into the 30s and maybe the high 20s. So there is our fireplace / heater that we are going to get in here, and then my husband has got to make sure that it is all tied down good so it doesn't blow away. This is my third greenhouse. So actually it is now starting to rain, but since we were out here, I wanted to show you my garlic. It is looking so amazing. My first year of garlic, and it looks really good, so I'm really super excited. I got about 120 bulbs in here. Okay guys, we are back inside the remnants of my son's birthday party, and as you can see, I had to use my grow table, my planting table, as one of our food tables, and just haven't got around to it yet. So anyways, I'm so excited. I am going to plant my pepper seeds today and take you along with me, and I'm going to show you real quick the peppers that I am planting today. A pepper grand bell mix. It's an American seed, and it actually has some really pretty purple colored ones in there, and it's going to be my first year for these. And some jalapeno chili peppers. I grew a few of these last year and made some cowboy candy. I have some habanero orange peppers. This is not a pepper, but I'm going to plant that. I have a YOLO Wonder pepper. I have a sweet pepper, a long pepper blend is what that's called, and a big red pepper. Guys, I have already got my soil. I went through it, got all the big particles out of my seed starting soil, and now I am just going to fill my cells. I I did some more flowers yesterday, and got those all planted, and as you've seen in the greenhouse, I have got some things already in the greenhouse, my cold hardy stuff. I was going to try to get the onions out, but it started to sprinkle, and then there is going to be some frost or freeze anyways overnight, some cold weather. So I'm going to let the onions ride out in the greenhouse with the broccoli and the cauliflower and the cabbage, but I am definitely ready to get them out in the garden. Greenhouse is definitely a game changer when it comes to doing your seeds, but you don't need a greenhouse. You just need a little bit of weather inside and some humidity, and you are good to go. I think I told you the story about the dryer, where the year before I had to use the dryer and put them up there, and it was definitely warm in my utility room, but I also took advantage of the warm heat off the top of the dryer when it was running. I'm finding some little limbs that I missed in my soil, so that's what I'm doing. I'm picking them out. So if you guys are new to the channel, I am in zone 6, and our last frost date, I've seen a few different places where it's been the middle of May, and then it's been the last week in May. Last year, I planted the beginning of June with all of my summer stuff, my tomatoes and my peppers, only because and you know, I'm so glad I did, because last year we had good weather after our last frost date, but then we had one more freeze after our frost date, our last frost date. So I am glad that I waited. Besides peppers, tomatoes can go in the garden before the peppers do. They are definitely they love heat, so you could probably get off getting your tomatoes outside first before your peppers. And like I said, last year I got them both in at the same time, just due to that last freeze warning, and thank God I did. This year I am not doing as many tomatoes. I'm not doing as many tomatoes as I did last year. I had I started 135 tomato plants, and I ended up only putting like 70 some. I sold some tomato plants, and I also donated my last, I want to say 35 or something like that, to our local community garden in town. So I did change up my varieties. I did have a few varieties that I did not like, that I planted last year, and some that produced but not as much as I wanted them to. Here is the soil. Okay, so my first, we already discussed while I went through and told you what I was planting. So the jalapeno peppers, I just want to share with the peppers what I'm planning on doing with them, and that's why I'm doing this amount of many of peppers. So the jalapeno peppers, my husband likes salsa, and he also likes the cowboy candy that I did last year. So I'm definitely going to plant quite a few of these. Some of these I might have to repot or upsize just because some of them I'm putting in 2 or 3 seeds in each one of them, and I definitely want all of them, so I will pot them up if I have to. I will put some sifted moist over top of them, but for now I'm just gonna plant them and go over them with you. Okay, the habanero orange peppers, those are the same thing. These are gonna go into some salsa, but as far as that goes, that really is about the only thing that I'm gonna use the habaneros for, because we don't use it for anything else. I could maybe put some in the cowboy candy, I'm not sure, but for now we are just going to plant some, probably just 8 of them. Like I said, not using too many of the habanero peppers. Okay, come on out, cowards. They don't want to be planted. I thought there was one hiding in there. I got it. Alright, habaneros are finished. Let's see next. Let's do some sweet peppers. Now the banana sweet peppers, I like to use these in my salads, and also like to use these on homemade pizzas that we make, homemade veggie pizzas. So we'll probably do the same as we did the habanero. We'll do 8 of those. Alright guys, now we're doing the YOLO Wonder Pepper. They are green and then they turn red once they're ripe. And I love red peppers. Also, I have kidney stones and they are actually high in oxalates, and um, red peppers are actually pretty low in oxalates, so I prefer these. I'm going to grow a lot of these. I'm going to freeze a lot, cut them lengthwise for fajitas, and then also I want to do stuffed peppers and then freeze them for the winter as well. So I'm going to do quite a few of these. Oh, and I'm actually doing, I'm going to try hash brown O'Brien as well. One of the things I'm going to do with the potatoes that I did for the garden, I'm going to cube them up and flash freeze them, and then use the onions from the garden and the green peppers and I'm going to make hash brown O'Brien's. So we got quite a few of those in there. These are the yellows. Guys, I am so glad I caught that. I actually did the sweet peppers up here and I forgot to label them, and then I took the habanero one, stuck it up here for the whole row, so that would not have been good. But I mean, once you grow them you can tell the difference between a sweet banana pepper versus a habanero orange. So, but it was, that's the importance of labeling when you do your seeds. Alright, the next ones that I'm going to do are the Grand Bell Mix. And I've never tried these before, never had them. But I'm going to do the same with these. I'm going to plant these and use these for the same thing. I'm going to dice them, freeze them. I'm going to slice them long length for fajitas and use them for other various casseroles and things like that that I need throughout the year. So in my scrambled eggs, whatever I used diced peppers for, we'll have them on hand this winter. Grand Bell, and then big red pepper. That is another one, as I'm using the yellow wonders for. I'm using the big red peppers. They're sweet. I love these. They're my favorite. And so we're going to do a lot of these. There are so many things. Whatever you use for on a regular basis for, you know, peppers is what you're looking to do with them, you know, throughout the winter and preserve them. I dehydrated some of them, and I ended up using those on pizzas. And I also used them in my scrambled eggs. I've used them in chili, just anything you can think of. I didn't even do green peppers this year, if I had said that. I like the sweetness of these, of red peppers, and I much desire the red one over the green, so. Alright guys, I am all finished with my peppers. I've got quite a few done today. Thanks for spending some more time with me, and I am so glad that I got to show you the greenhouse. I'm so excited to get all of these little seedlings out there. This is Dawn from Dawn, Ohio Sunny Gardener, and thanks for watching. Please give a like and subscribe. Happy gardening. Bye.